Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Alright, last video for the day. What do you do for a living? Sit on my ass. Except not in the cube at home. Really? Yeah. What's it like? Hey, Aaron, I'm a 21-year-old male from Southern California. Oh, you poor man. I have a few questions regarding where I am and where I should be in my life. I currently go to an ABET accredited school, California State University, Fullerton, for electrical engineering, and I'm about 2 years away from being done. I live with my parents and everything is paid for. I am very thankful to have such loving and caring parents. Good. You should be thankful. That's very nice and cool that you aren't spoiled and that you appreciate what they're doing for you there. My question is, am I at a disadvantage to other students attending higher pedigree colleges when it comes to jobs in private sectors such as Lockheed Martin, SpaceX, Raytheon, etc.? What should I be doing in my free time during school to maximize my opportunities to land such jobs? In this past summer, I have self-taught myself computer science through MIT and Berkeley's YouTube's channels, hoping I would be able to improve my skill set for better job prospects and intellectual stimulation. All right, you're doing good. You're doing good. I'd almost be a little worried that you're not having enough fun, but you're doing all right. I've read Bachelor Pad Economics and want to know what I should do with $7,500 liquid in cash. I'm about $20,000 in school debt. How the fuck are you in school debt when your parents are paying for everything? Where did those expenses? There's the fuck up. Fuck this. Let's address this. Where the fuck did your debt come from? If you live at home and your parents are paying for everything, what the fuck are you spending 20 grand on? 10 grand a year on what? Yeah, dude, get rid of that student debt. If your parents are paying for shit, get rid of it. What are you doing? Where's that money coming from? Or where's that debt coming from? So I don't know, $7,500 liquid cash, that's an ideal amount to just having cash. So like if an emergency pops up, you don't have to be desperate and suck cock to make rent. But yeah, dude, I don't know what, stop getting the fucking debt. You shouldn't have any debt. For God's sake, stop that. Whatever the fuck you're doing, stop it. I currently do not work because I am taking 4 to 5 engineering classes and don't think a job would be feasible. Or should I suck it up and work part-time during school? No, engineering's tough enough as it is. That's one of the few areas, unless you get a job like, again, security guard or librarian, where you can work on your homework at the same time. Like, because, look, you're going to study. You're going to have to study. So you might as well get paid while you're studying. So if you can find a job like that, cool. That's the only part-time job I would take. This shit where you got to work food service or whatever else. God, I had a poor girlfriend. She worked food service. I felt bad for her because she was dating me. If you thought the food service was bad, look at her boyfriend. Oh. So yeah, your job is school. That's one of the rare things, like where they think, well, my job is school. Well, that applied in the olden days when school was challenging and rigorous. Now it only applies to the only thing that remains challenging and rigorous, and that's STEM degrees. These fucktards getting their liberal arts degrees, but we know all that. Thanks to our PayPal, So let's go back to your original question here. In general, no. It does not matter where you went to school. It matters more what you majored in. Now, this isn't to say that a higher esteemed school like Stanford or MIT you wouldn't have some advantage. There's certainly an advantage being there. But over the long run, even the medium run, it shows that what you majored in is more important than where you went to school. I also think that a lot of these places, less so in the IT world, but a lot of these people are figuring out, we're not fucking hiring from Cornell. I mean, these, especially with the millennials graduating from these Ivy League schools, they are ruining the rep. These kids are not only arrogant, cocky, and dumber than fuck, they're babies. They're not adults. They're not intelligent. It's like, how the fuck, well, that one guy, he doesn't even hire from the Ivy League because he can't. He's like, you don't rank your students. I don't know who the best is. So I think down the road, the school you went to is going to become less and less important, and what you majored in is going to matter. Now, what should you be doing in your free time to maximize your opportunities to land up such jobs? You're certainly increasing your skills. You might want to consider an internship. So I would start applying for the companies you want to work for and see if they have intern programs to see if you can get in there. And that will do more than help you, or going to a new school stuff like that. But if you're really worried about it, you really want to work for SpaceX or Northrop Grumman or whatever, contact them. Say, hey, what school? This is what I'm majoring in. What school do you guys recruit from? And then they'll tell you. Don't expect to get a job. I remember following the advice from a guy at 3M. I just went up to 3M, said, oh, look, I'm an economics major. Should I major in something else? He says, you should major in finance. And it was the worst fucking advice he ever got me absolutely fucking nowhere. So don't expect it to be the world's, it's not going to be perfect advice. But, go to the source and ask the horse. And then, we already talked about your $20,000 in student debt. So, get rid of that. But, an internship, maybe. Don't bust your ass off. Like, sometimes you get an internship and it plays out really well. I had a buddy who got an internship and ended up working for, not Cray. Graco. Ended up working for Graco. And it was one of those deals where, he was hired on as an intern, but it was really a job. And he ended up, they hired him on full-time after he graduated. So if you got something like that, and it's like, yeah, kid, we want you, then I'd start putting a little bit more emphasis on your internship. Maybe work full-time and go to school part-time, especially if they're going to pay you. But, balance that depending on what type of work and what they recommend. So, internship, you're doing the right thing. Keep your grades up. Just get the fuck rid of that $20,000 in debt. That's all we got. Toodles.